Coming up next, the KITE Army hits top speed with Ego batteries.
And Sawstop goes pro.
This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
This episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool. Pro tools, pro service, all at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com.
And Ego, power beyond belief. Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah. It's July 3rd, 2020, and today we're going to do the Power Tool news and share some tool videos you won't want to miss. Let's get to it.
We start off with a mega tool comparo, which means we're starting off with Toolbox Buzz. The band of merry tool testers decided it was time to drop the gas and embrace the new electric mowing revolution. But there are so many choices. How many? 12. And in true TBB fashion, they go way overboard on detailing, testing, and comparisons. Exactly the way we like it. There were entries from big brands like Ego, DeWalt, Makita, and Greenworks, and entry-level examples from Skill, Hart, Cobalt, and more. So, what mower did they decide was the best? Exactly who you think.
What if they're not thinking of the winner?
All right, that's a good point. Just to be sure, head over to Toolbox Buzz on YouTube.
In August of last year, Sawstop surprised us with a new version of their popular job site saw, this time carrying the title Pro. This is the new Sawstop Jobsite Pro, and PAULK, a longtime user of the original Jobsite saw, put the two side by side and walked us through every difference he could find. Besides the obvious 2-inch deeper table, blade guard with dust collection, and an updated fence, it turns out there are a ton of slight differences that add up to a rather significant upgrade to an already capable saw. And of course, it still refuses to cut your hot dogs, which is great for hot dogs. If you've been waiting for the perfect time to finally take the Sawstop plunge, head over to PAULK on YouTube.
Don't you just hate it when you grab a clamp to hold something down and you can't seem to get 2,500 pounds of force out of a quick clamp? Well, Tim has a solution. Mr. Johnson introduced us to the Diamide Impact Rated Clamp, a unique clamping solution featuring buzzwords like locally hardened impact rated hex, heat-treated chromoly steel rolled thread screw, zinc-plated high-strength steel arms.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But best of all, these monsters can be clamped down at lightning speeds with the use of an impact wrench or driver. Look at that thing go. Now, no, I have zero use for these things, but of course after Tim pitched them, now I need them. If you'd like to get in line and save a few bucks, their Kickstarter will begin any day now. For more information, visit Shop Tool Reviews on YouTube.
Ego already powers a wide variety of outdoor equipment, but Andrew still felt the need to try their overpowered batteries on something else, starting with his bike. Andrew ordered a rear hub e-bike kit for his mountain bike, walks us through the installation, and then hooks it up to an Ego battery, turning it into an electric 30 miles per hour death trap. Fun, I mean. This is absolutely awesome.
No, it's not.
Why?
He doesn't even show us how to hook up the Ego battery because he's afraid of the legal implications.
Well, he should be. And besides, if you pay close attention to the video, I think you'll agree that there are both positive and negative reasons for not telling you how to hook up the battery.
I guess.
I said positive and... no, whatever, forget it. If you have a bike, an Ego battery, and the skill to figure out what to do with those two wires, head over to the KITE Army on YouTube.
All right, enough goofing around with Andrew. It's time for some actual work with Rob ROBILLARD.
Hey Rob, Sarah, how are you guys this week?
We're doing pretty good, Rob.
Great. Listen, I want to talk to you, this week's tip, I want to talk about installing bead board. This is a pre-primed tongue and groove bead board product. And we just installed it in the ceiling here. We're going to install it in the walls as well. And when you install on the walls, when you're installing vertically on the walls, you can't just install to the studs because you need to install some sort of backer nailing or strapping. So what we did is we just installed some 3/4 by 2.5 inch, 2 3/4 strapping every 16 inches. One at the bottom, one at the top, and every 16 inches on center in between. It's going to give you a super strong, durable wall that can take the abuse, and it gives you lots of nailing through the tongue as well. Hope you guys have a great week. Take care.
Okay, let's get to construction industry news with the Construction Junkie. It's that time again when you can vote for the best industry podcast for the Construction Junkie Best Construction Podcast of 2020 award. So head over and get your vote in.
It's too late for that.
For what?
You had to get your vote in by the 1st.
What?
You didn't vote?
Did you?
Yeah. Construction Brothers for life.
You've never listened to a single episode of their podcast.
Yeah, well, you didn't even vote.
All right, so we're both the worst.
Why does Shane let us use his news?
I'll tell you why. Because I know things.
We both do.
Don't you forget it, Shane. For those and the rest of your construction industry news, be sure to head over to constructionjunkie.com.
Before we go, I'm going to share a couple of my favorite Instagram posts from this week, starting with Paul the Tool Pig, who is using a Makita VC4210 to clean up after a major mold outbreak and claims the Makita is the most consistent performer and sports the quietest motor he's ever used. Kiefer the Toolaholic showed off some work boots I had never heard of before called Royer. They're CSA approved and Omega rated, neither of which means anything to me, but if they look good and Kiefer says they're great, they're probably worth a look. And lastly, I don't know what a socket saver is. I even tried to Google it and I still didn't get it. But the OG Plum God showed off his and now I want one for, saving sockets. What?
Yeah. Save sockets, Sarah. That's it for us this week, which I think everyone should be happy about. I want to take a moment to thank Ego and OPT for sponsoring this episode. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for another episode of Make or Break and Sarah's show, the Top 5 DIY during the week.
So make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss a thing.
We'll see you next week.